from Halifax, Nova Scotia. Come with me on a guided bike tour to learn more about the city's culture and its history. Our tour started on the Halifax Boardwalk, which is actually 4 kilometers long. Our tour guide stopped along the way and explained a little bit about different areas. Then we biked to the Museum of Immigration. Once again, we got a little bit of the history about that. But my favorite part about this tour was biking through Point Pleasant Park. This park is just so pretty, very peaceful here, not a lot of people, but I do recommend renting an e-bike here because a lot of these areas are uphill and it makes it a lot easier to bike through those areas. Then we ended up at the public gardens, which is again just so beautiful. If I had more time, I would have spent more time here. And then finally we went up to the Citadel Hill. The tour guide did explain the history about this place, and then we got to see a little bit of the skyline. And then we ended our tour at the Halifax Public Library. It is so nice. I honestly love biking, and this was our first time on an e-bike. Now it was time for the Harbour Hopper tour, and the best part is that you just have to sit on this bus.
Under every one seat there's a keyhole life jacket.
First year at McGill University in Quebec.
As you can see, a lot of the spots that are shown in this Harbour Hopper tour were already covered in the e-bike tour. But the coolest part was that this bus also turns into a boat, and then you get to see the entire Halifax skyline from the water. Once they show you the entire skyline, the boat again turns into a bus for you to get off. So we just got done with the Harbour Hopper tour, and now we're going back to the hotel because we need a jacket. So the tour guide for the Harbour Hopper tour was really funny. A lot of the information was given to us in the bike tour. If you just want to do one of them. I personally really like the e-bike tour. Again, if you pick either or, doesn't matter. Both of them covered all the important information from Halifax. We just got our jackets on, just making our way to the Alexander Keith's Brewery. And after that, we have this market situation going on the boardwalk. There's a lot of things to do, a lot of places to eat. It was my first time touring a brewery, and the tour was an hour long. You get to learn a lot about how the drinks are made. I couldn't take a lot of photos or videos, but trust me, it was a lot of fun. The Alexander Keith's tour was pretty good. You get to try all 4 of their different flavors. They gave us a coupon as well, so now we're going to another spot. After that, I really want to eat something. As a vegetarian, I'm not gonna lie, like Halifax is known for its seafood, but we're gonna try to find some vegetarian spot as well. I found some food to eat, went back to the room and slept because tomorrow is a very long day. On day 2, we drove from Halifax to Prince Edward Island, and we also got to drive on the iconic Confederation Bridge, which is 12 kilometers long. But honestly, you're not going to be able to see the bridge or anything around it while you're on the bridge, so we just got off to this park just to get a view of the bridge. Here's the location you can put onto your Google Maps in order to get to this park. The soil is red. This is so cool. It's actually really like dark brownish red. I've read the Anne of Green Gables book, and I've also seen the Netflix series, so I'm a fan. I really want to see what the museum's all about, and also want to check out the heritage site. Now I'm making my way to the Anne of Green Gables Museum. The author was from Prince Edward Island, and the storyline is also based on some of the locations here. The museum is technically her house. This is where she grew up. Inside the house are a lot of her belongings. You also get to see how they used to live, and some of the references are also visible. For example, the Lake of Shining Waters was literally the lake outside her window. It felt really good to immerse myself in this environment. It just brought back a lot of memories from the book. We just bought a book which was signed by the author's aunt's great-great-granddaughter. Might read it again now that I have.
Actually, this is how it looked 116 years ago.
Now I made my way to the Anne of Green Gables heritage site. This is also where you learn a bit more about the author and her timeline, and you also get to see a few references from the book. This is the actual book that was published, and then you also go walk around the entire site where you get to see Anne's house. You also get to see her room, the living room, and just all the places that were described in the book. The PEI Preserve Company is very popular, so we wanted to make a stop here. They have a bunch of different jams, from sweet, savory to even sugar-free options. PEI is also known for their potato farms. A lot of our potatoes come from PEI, so in case you guys have time, make sure to stop by there. They had like a million samples that you can try. We had all the jams multiple times. It was really nice. And We ended up buying all our souvenirs from here as well. Now we're headed to the beach. We made our way to the lookout point. They have a lot of like different cliffs, so let's see what we can see from here. The views from this lookout point were incredible, and as you can tell, PEI is known for its red soil and rock formations. I went down to the beach and it was very peaceful. The water was cold, but it was just so nice to be there. There was nobody around and it was just extremely quiet, and it was just a really nice place to sit down and unwind. These are the red rock formations. How cool is that? From here, I made my way down to the southern part of PEI. We are in Charlottetown. We just checked into our hotel. Quickly just dropped the bags off. It's already 8 o'clock. And this town is very tiny. Everything does close around like 10:30. So we want to make the best of it. We have like an hour and a half to probably just get dinner, go by the water, and call it an early night because tomorrow morning we have a walking tour. So yeah, hopefully we just find a nice spot to eat at. I've never done this before. What was this place called? Oh, Vicinato. The food was okay, nothing too great. The street that you want to be on is called Victoria Row. It has a lot of different restaurants, and we just walked around the town. It took us less than half an hour. It's very tiny, and this is our hotel. We found an arcade right next to it. We just went inside to check it out, and it was pretty cool. So we just played a game and called it a night. We just checked out of our hotel, and now we're going on a walking tour.
Spots, like one St. John was the other, and there's a big problem with settlers going to the wrong place. This church right here is St. Dunn's Basilica. The Charlottetown Conference and the Victoria Road today. Then we go south side of Queen Square.
We did end the walking tour a bit early because we are getting a bit late to make our stop to Peggy's Cove. I'm going to food hall. Hopefully I'll get something vegan or vegetarian there. This food hall and market is very popular here, so I was able to get a sandwich which was vegetarian, so I quickly grabbed a bite, and we had to make our way to the ferry to get our ferry to go into Nova Scotia again. We reached the ferry terminal, and there are boats, ferries that go from PEI to Nova Scotia. I think there are like a few in the first half of the day. We're making it to the 131 hopefully, because there are only 36 cars or vehicles that can go on the ferry. So it is $86 for the vehicle, in total $90 for the 2 passengers. This is really cool. So we parked the car in the basement and we came up 5 floors, which is crazy. There's an elevator in this ferry, and I think it's going to be 45 minutes. It's been a while since we've been on a ferry, so it's nice. It's really nice. We are back in the car. Now we're just waiting for the ship to dock so that we can get off. And now we're going to make our way to Peggy's Cove. We made it to Peggy's Cove. It's a very small, cute little fishing village. It is 5:30 almost. Just walking towards the lighthouse now. This was nice. We just chilled here for half an hour, sat on those chairs, ate a little snack, and now we are going to Lunenburg. It's one of these towns that we saw that looked really pretty. There is a row of 3 churches in one line. Dude! such a small world. I just ran into a friend of mine from school, which was 15 years ago, and out of nowhere I met her here. Now we're off on our final ride from Peggy's Cove to Lunenburg. We made it to Lunenburg at 7:30. It's a bit chilly. It's foggy in the back, as you can see. And honestly, if it was a nice summer day, the vibe here would have been very different. Nonetheless, we at least got to see this town. And now we're just walking over toward the Blue Nose 2. So that is the boat that you see on our 10-cent coin. So just want to check that out, grab a bite to eat, and in like half an hour, we should be heading out of here. So we are on the Blue Nose 2. Now actually this is a replica of the original one. But this was built in the 1960s. This is so cool. In case you do want to go on a cruise, they do have a 2-hour tour twice a day, and you can literally sail on the Blue Nose, which is on the 10-cent coin. Now we're just looking for a restaurant to eat at, given the fact that I am vegetarian. So like, let's see what we find. It looks like it's dead today, but again, I would probably blame the weather and the fact that it's almost 8 p.m. Honestly, they didn't have much, especially for vegetarian. They only had pizzas and stuff. We just had some fries. We are going back to the car and on our way to Yarmouth. My way to Yarmouth was 3.5 hours long on this dark road with 0 lights and a lot of fog, but I finally made it. I stayed with my friend for a week and it was actually really nice. This is her house. This was her backyard and it was just so nice and peaceful. It was the best way to end this trip. Thank you so much for watching this vlog and stay tuned for more videos just like this. You'll see me very soon. Bye!